3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah. Playtime's over, boy.
Crazy how I came up in this game and then I ran amok. It's Larry Johnson Jr., LJJ, Lawncare, all on them trucks. I stand insanely on it, bro. I love to gain a customer. I mainly maintain what I must. I earn their trust just for the bucks. I'm blessing them with beauty cuts and placing them on YouTube, cause I'm trying to get subscriptions up. I'm driven by ambition, bro. I'm all about integrity. You should never compare to me unless you wanna see how deep your insecurity can be. I'm rolling solo in these streets and all I know is to live free. I'm full of peace, but when it comes to Lawncare, boy, I am a beast. I never leave until it's clean. I get them weeds and everything. I throw some seeds and motion leaves and trim them trees and charge them fees. And yes, I am the king of string. I said exactly what I mean. You see the way I do my thing. Them edges squared and crispy clean. Then if you haven't did it yet, go ahead and like, subscribe, and share. And best believe that LJJ Lawncare is gonna be right there.
Welcome to South City, St. Louis.
What's up, y'all? Larry here with LJJ Lawncare, and it is December, and I'm still servicing properties. Last night I texted this customer property. I had told him, hey, I got you on the schedule for tomorrow. And he messaged me, he said, I'm good. He said, I think the grass is good. He said, do you remove leaves? I said, nah, I don't do no leaf removal. I said, I do what I've been doing, and that's mulching leaves. He said, well, you know, if that's the case, put me on the schedule for tomorrow. I said, okay. It's no big deal as long as it's not that many leaves. So this will be the last service for this property for the year, and then I'll be done. Now, I'm about tired, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to you. I need to rest. You know, I just rescued a dog, and his name is Shadow Thanos. And y'all can subscribe to his channel below and just see the extra activities of the wintertime. I'm gonna try to deal with him, and hopefully he come around. But enough of that. Back to Lawncare. There's really not nothing to do at this time over here in St. Louis but leaves. If you ain't doing leaves, it ain't no point in talking. You know, the grass don't really need to be cut. And that's the ending of it. Like, on some serious notes, that's how the game go. But again, this is the same thing that I kind of try to tell y'all all the time. I just give you a run through the process. Right here, y'all already know the Toro Pro line been doing a wonderful job this year. You know, that's a whole gang of poop right there. And I want to show y'all these trees. That tree right there ain't no big deal. Big old tree. Still got some leaves, but this will be it, y'all. I'm done. It's time to call it quits. The Toro. Did I put the drag kit back? I haven't even put the drag thing back on there for the leaves, and it's been working fine. Yeah, I just mulch the leaves up and move on with life. Also, this is the property. What I do is blow around the edges, you know, kind of get the leaves in the center, and then I mulch them up. No big deal. That's what I do. Check these out real quick. See, is it a lot? Like I say, the customers with the leaves, they stay on schedule, y'all. This is it for the year for me. For this property, I still got more. I'm gonna mulch this up. It ain't no big deal. No, it really ain't. So yeah, that's how the game go. Mulch leaves look. The debris from the leaves, you know, that's mulched up. Now that stuff will end up becoming dust before it's over with. I know there are a lot of people bag, and I have nothing against that. That's just something that I don't do in the city. You know, but this will be it. This is it for the year. this property for the year. But hope you guys enjoy, and I'm gonna holler at you in a minute. Peace. What's up, family? Larry here with LJJ Lawncare, and I am back again. Happy New Year's Eve for those that are relaxing and chilling and enjoying their time off. It is December 31st, and this is the last service of the year. I am about to chill after this and just be off from January 1st to March 19th. Now, in the middle of being off, I might have to get out here and lay down some salt with some customers when it snows. That's an additional $50 per property. In and out, 5 minutes. My objective this year, instead of doing shoveling, I'd rather just lay the salt down or the ice melt down before the snow comes. That way everything will be already justified. I won't have to come down there and shovel. And that's an easy fix, 50 and up. Learn how to get that bread up. Right now, what you see me doing is blowing the leaves. All I'm doing is just taking this steel blower and blowing the leaves into the middle of the field so I can just mulch the leaves up. I know this look weird to y'all, like, he's blowing the leaves out of the streets into the grass. Yeah, I am doing that. Look at the concrete. Look at the curve. There's no curve. This is a St. Louis City property. This is a cul-de-sac. And I know it's hard to believe because it's weird. Usually all my properties are real close, compact, and small and things like that. But the St. Louis area has county-looking properties or suburban area-looking properties. It's versatility, ability in St. Louis, Missouri. With situations like this, if you paid attention to the beginning when I was talking, I was saying that I contact this customer and they were talking about they don't need the grass cut. What's up with these leaves? I told them that, as usual, like I've been doing, as long as you're on the schedule, it's a regular leaf service job. But if you miss the schedule, if you fall off the schedule, it's going to be $125 because you are bi-weekly, and then that means that I'll be back in the next month, and that makes it a monthly mow or just a leaf cleanup because you have entirely too many leaves. This customer being on the schedule saved itself some money. But at the same time, when there's a lot of leaves like this, I double back and tell them, hey, it's an additional $25 to $30. You know, it all depends on how much leaves there are, you know. So that's how I do it. This has always been a little debate. Should you charge more or not? My ideal is that, like I say, people are trying to save money and no one really wants to pay extra for leaves. Even though it is a little bit extra depending on the situation, I don't string trim during this process, so there's an elimination of a service right there. I usually mow, string trim, and blow, but since I don't string trim, all I do is blow, mow, and blow. It's easier actually for me, but some people want to charge more, and I have no problem with how people move out here in these streets. Get your money the way that you decide to do it, OG. I have no problem with that. So look at all those leaves being blown from the side fence. That's how I do it. I used to take the Echo leaf vacuum around the side of the fence after I do this, but I don't do all that no more. I just blow the leaves simply just like that and then mulch them up, y'all. It's no big deal. This property took me probably about, I want to say, 25 minutes to service. The reason why the video is this long is because I talked at the beginning and at the end. But it don't take me no time to do these leaf mulching jobs, y'all. I promise you. I always assure the customers that every leaf is not going to be mulched. Every leaf is not going to be getting up. There are leaves that are still falling from the trees. You know, I always cover myself. It was someone that had dropped a comment recently during one of my shorts saying that it's not going to be okay if you let the customer know everything, the agreement that they agree to. I'm telling you that if you let all your customers know what it is that you're going to do and what are you going to provide before the service is done, and you execute and do what you're supposed to do correctly, everything that you said you was going to do, don't half step it, but do the whole thing, everything is going to be all right. If they agreed to what you said you was going to do and you did what you said you was going to do, I promise you everything going to be okay. This guy disagreed. I take my hat off to you. Good luck with your businesses. If you have a business, you may be an employee. I don't know. But thank you for the comment. Moving on with life. Now, this is the backyard, of course. I'm just blowing the leaves, as you can see, from the from the sides up into the... There was a lot of leaves behind the AC unit. This customer will really appreciate this leaf service. It's just the way that it is because I'm doing everything accurately. Picking up little objects that look like they might be in the way. Place that on up there. I'm trying not to rip up stuff, y'all. Under the leaves be all kind of objects. You'll be surprised what you'll find your lawnmower hit if you don't kind of go through the leaves. It was this one property, they had a whole bunch of, it's an old video I had that Exmark at the time. Man, I will walk through them leaves because guess what? The agreement was this: hey, if you rake all your leaves into a pile, I'll mulch over all those leaves for $200. It was just that simple. But I still went over the sides to try to, get as much of the leaves that he probably missed. And I will walk through the pile that he piled up. I'm talking about, this was a pile of leaves that your mind would not even imagine even existed. So I walked through the leaves, stepping through it, picking up all the sticks and everything before I ran through it with my Exmark 30-inch. You may not see another video of the Exmark 30-inch anymore, just keeping it real. I graduated from push mowing. Now it's just about walk behind it. Now I just walk behind. I'm the walk behind king, not the push mower king anymore. Yes, I let go of a whole bunch of customers in the process of that this year. Speaking of this year, let's start off talking about this year. This has been an interesting year. I started off, I think I had like 50 customers starting off this year. And I got up to 87 customers. And I was push mowing 87 properties, right? So my body was literally exhausted when I came in. And of course, this is a laborious job and it is what it is, but you make good money doing this. Matter of fact, let's do a quick math calculation real quick. Let's say you have 87 properties that you have on a bi-weekly schedule, so you're cutting them twice a month. So that's 174 mows in a month. 174 services that you're doing in a month. And let's say you have the kahunas to charge $50 per property. So each time you're going out, you're charging $50. So that's 174 services times $50. That'll be $8,700 a month just for having a bottom line of $50. And then let's say that you do this for 9 months. That's $78,300. I think that's some good money. I just know that you can't make this type of money working for somebody else or getting paid by minimum wages. So something to consider in your life. If you ever decided to just do something with Lawncare, may it be a hustle or a business, it is a way to make some money. We all can see that. So this is a beautiful shot of me hitting these leads to let you know how many leads it is. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. It's all good. The subscriptions are free. If you want a shout out, you can give me a super thanks and I will definitely hit you up on a shout out on one of these videos. But anyway, again, as you see, I did a full complete circle on this property. It's like I'm blowing it twice. I had to get through that alley part, the little side, and now I'm just doing it again. I'm just thorough with it. This will be the last time walking through this thing twice, just to make sure I got everything up. Because when I get to mulching the leaves, I don't look back. I'm mulching. I'm not about to, it's pretty much over with. So this was a lot of blowing. Look at the dog. Heading on back to the truck. I'm about to put this blower up. For those that's interested in this blower, this is the Steel Magnum BR800 blower. It has a side pull, so whenever you put it on your back, you can start it straight from your back. Not none of that bending over, pulling the string up and all that stuff. It's an easy pull, real simple. You can see it right there. Loading up the truck with the steel blower and grabbing, guess what? The Atlas blower. I know it's crazy, like what in the world is you doing? This is how I get done with properties, y'all. I just move like this. I'm strapping the 40-volt Atlas blower straight to my back so I can have a blower on me when I'm doing what I'm doing. Letting down the Mow and Go. I purchased this Mow and Go system in February. It took about 3 months to get it. There's one individual that make it. His name is Dale. You can find him online. It's perfect for those that travel compact. My business philosophy and strategy and structure is to have everything compact. That means the ideal of having a trailer did not make it into the business plan. That also means all I need is one lawnmower because I'm traveling compact. I'm like a military infantry that's out here traveling light, that's here to come get the job done and go. I travel with a blade edger, a string trimmer, a blower, and this Toro Pro line. I don't need 3 to 4 lawnmowers with me, strapped down on the trailer, burning gas while I'm pulling all this weight. I travel light, y'all. I've been doing this from the beginning. When I had that Exmark 30-inch, it was traveling light. It was just that lawnmower and the Toro. And speaking of traveling compact, I also like to go for compact properties that's small, that don't take me no time. Like I said, this property took me about 25 minutes to cut. The only reason why the video is this long is because I talked for about 5 minutes. You already know the intro got about a minute on there, and that's just how it is, y'all. I go for smaller properties. This property, is around the corner from my home, so I went ahead and took it on. I try to aim for smaller properties than this. This is not a big property at all. Real simple too, fairly simple. But other than that, 90% of my properties are super small. It only takes me 15 to 20 minutes to pull up, let down the equipment, mow, string trim, and blow all the properties on my schedule. Any ones that take longer than that is $65 and up. So the ones that's only about 15 to 20 minutes is either $50 or $55. The thing about traveling in the light, a lot of customers be like, dang, I didn't even know you was here, or I missed you, or dang, that was fast. I literally just went in the house, and then by the time I came out, you were gone. I be zooming, y'all. It's funny to me because I know for a fact that it's a trip. It's a trip that, you know, how fast you can get done with these properties if you choose the correct property. Now, I didn't have to let go a lot of properties to get to this point, though. I had properties that was excessively big or had too many obstacles. It was like an obstacle course and things like that. I had to let those go. But at the beginning, I took them on because I needed the properties, you know, to get to this point where I'm at. As soon as I got to the point where I can let them go, I let them all go. Now, speaking of letting them go, yeah, I told you guys that I had 87 properties. By the time I started going on a let go spree, I call it the let go spree. In 1 week, I let go like 19 properties. They was gone. They had to go, you know. And then when I did that, I still gained some properties as I was letting them, you know, while I was letting them go. I think by the end of this year, I think I have like 72 properties that I'm managing. But by April or something, I will be tapped out. I already know that for a fact. By April, I'll probably have about 90 properties. I'm not finna try to take on 100 properties. 90 properties is good enough for me. If I feel like it, I might take on them, but I don't know anything about taking on no 100 properties. I had 87 and it was like, wow. It was wowzers. But hey, it's all doable. And like I told y'all, I work 4 days a week though. Now, if I'm finna take on 100 properties, I'm gonna be working 5. I like to have time to myself. I love to have 3 days off. I ain't gonna lie. It's a real good feeling for me. So that's just how I'm moving. To each his own. Make sure you guys do what you feel like you want to do, because I'm sure doing what I want to do. So right now what I want to do is pull a comment out from the grass bag of the day. All right, in one of my shorts, I was speaking about how you guys want to stay in the neighborhoods where you live to make the money. Don't drive out so far to make money. There was an individual, I'm not going to mention his name, but hopefully he's watching this. If you are, drop down in the comments and reply to what I'm saying. So he says that why do that? He had a property that he serviced for $200 a month. He said that he drove an hour away to cut a property that take him 2 hours to cut. And he said that he made $200 a month off of that. That made absolutely no sense. And I didn't even talk about the stuff that didn't make sense. So basically, I had to ask him, was it weekly or bi-weekly? His response was, it's weekly. That made no sense. So he was charging $50 a week to travel an hour away to service a property that he would cut for 2 hours straight. Then, from my understanding, he took time out to think about what he was saying. So he came back and said, I meant it was $2,000 a month. It was a wealthy woman. She had a small yard and she had a lot of flowers. And I had to manage the whole property. So let me get this right. So you mean to tell me that a wealthy woman was giving you $500 a week to come out and service her property? Come on now. And she had a small yard. My goodness, listen, if you guys want to be inside the grass bag, keep leaving these crazy comments. I will dedicate a whole video to you if it's horrible enough. Y'all don't even understand. This stuff is hilarious to me. It's about making money. I've been trying to tell y'all that from day one. This stuff is hilarious. Some of the crazy comments that I be seeing inside my short videos. But if you want some attention, hey, you at the right place. But make sure you go ahead and subscribe, because you will be mentioned. And you can always hit that super thing, send me a couple of dollars, and you will definitely get shouted out in the next video. For those that don't know, I drop a video every Sunday between the hours of 9 and 2. Now let's reach inside the seed bag. This week, I'm going to give a shout out for 3 people that has absolutely phenomenally brilliant minds. These are elite business-minded individuals that I'm about to mention here. So check out the information that they revealed to me that I feel like that you guys should know. Enjoy the seeds. So last week on the short entitled Uniforms, Equipment, and Truck Wraps Bring You More Money, I was trying to inform most Lawncare providers or new guys that if you have a certain appearance of professionalism, customers will feel more comfortable to identify you as the authority, and they'll feel comfortable to do business with you. That's all I was saying. A good uniform, a nice truck wrap, and just being clean, making yourself look presentable whenever you finna do business will bring you more money. Now, the seeds that came through. Shout out to Probably George. He said customers love professionalism. These are facts, George. I appreciate your comment. And what you're saying is 100% real and true. That's how I built my business. That's how it always been since people started conducting business. Customers love professionalism. Your appearance makes a difference. Now, under that same title, an individual named Realistic Thoughts left their comment, and it goes like this: professionalism is the key. Again, shout out to Realistic Thoughts. I appreciate your thoughts. how you just come through and be dropping them jewels. You never fail. You never seem to fail to say something that's very helpful to grow and help our industry. We appreciate you. Now, last but not least is a comment that came from an individual that goes by the name Warren Thunnell. His comment goes like this. I met a man that dressed like a doctor that owned a tree company. So when he went out to do estimates, he got paid what he asked for. Now that's kind of funny because you get it, like he got paid what he asked. Like he take an axe and chop down a tree. He got paid what he asked for, or he got paid what he asked for, like meaning what he said that he wanted from out of his mouth. That verbalization. So shout out to you, Warren Thunnell, for helping the cause by giving that comment that helps us understand that perception actually matters. It matters what you wear. So we appreciate you for taking time out to drop that comment. Now, as y'all can see, I'm still mulching these leaves up. Right now we are 26 minutes into the video and it's going on. And I'm about almost done. I'm just finishing it up with a few more passes just to mulch it up as good as possible. Speaking of as good as possible, for people that's starting a business or you thinking about to start one, listen to this. This is important. You want to become as good as possible at doing what you do, and to a point where it makes you faster to get it done. You want to always be trying to be as fast as possible and as easy as possible with little effort as possible. I'm just keeping it real. When I started my business, that's what I was focusing on. Time management. How long am I at this property? How long do it take for me to do this job? I had got really good at knowing how long I'll be at these properties. If I didn't do that, I would not be making as much money as I make when I'm cutting these yards. I'm just keeping it real. If you're not good at time management, then you're gonna have problems, severe problems up here, trying to do a business that rewards you by spending as less time as possible on the properties that you are mowing. It's always gonna come down to time management. I timed myself all the time when I was doing these properties. When I first started off, it used to take me about 45 minutes to do a property. And that even was with the smaller properties. It took me 45 minutes. Then I learned, hey, I can make more money if I start cutting it down, if I can get done with these properties faster. So I just started learning and focusing and studying, watching my own videos, seeing what am I doing to make this take so long. Then I learned, hey, I need to be doing this. I need to be doing that. I had to change a whole bunch of stuff to make my service become more efficient and proficient, that I might be able to get paid a nice amount of money. And that's what's real. You have to take time out to do that. I feel like that's the best thing that I did with my company. I actually timed myself. I walked around with a stopwatch. And I was start from the time I pulled up to the time I'm about to start. I pressed on that stopwatch and I was just recording that and I was writing it down. I was keeping records of everything. All the properties that I had a record of them, how long I was at these properties. And what ended up happening was I was able to identify from the new properties how long I'll be at the properties. That's the first thing that you want to learn how to do. Learn how to know how long you will be at a property. Because if you know that, then you can put your price on there. You will know how to price. You wouldn't feel uncomfortable saying a price that you know that you deserve for cutting the property because you already know how long you're going to be there. Seriously, this is an industry that people be selling themselves short in. Start yourself off at $100 an hour. There is no reason for you to be making $35 an hour. That is selling yourself short on steroids. Your mind is thinking that you okay with just making $35 an hour because you know that's above minimum wages. But you have a business and you have taxes and a lifestyle that you're trying to live. So just start off at $100 an hour. If you haven't started yourself off at $100 an hour and you've been in business all this year in 2023, just start next year off at $100 an hour. That ain't nothing but $50 every 30 minutes. $50 every 30 minutes. That's not going to kill you. It's not going to kill the customers. That's what you deserve. $50 every 30 minutes. Bottom line, all lawn care providers, bottom line should be $50 every half an hour, meaning that they should be making $100 an hour, period. Now, that's just if you just starting off trying to get to that point. You know, I've been working on making $200 an hour, so it don't matter. I'm gonna be hollering at y'all when I'm at 300. I'm gonna let y'all know when I get there. That's real talk. It ain't stopped. The hustle ain't gonna stop, man. I have no limits on my mind on how much money that we can make an hour. I know for a fact that in 3 hours I made $700 before. So don't tell me that it ain't possible. Don't set yourself up for a silly, measly, whopping $30 an hour or $35 an hour. You starting off, you moving too slow. You should be moving faster when you cutting these yards. Get this stuff out the way and go to the next yard, and then you're going to have a better day. You're going to be more happier to know that, hey, it only took me 15 to 20 minutes to cut this yard, and I did this yard in 20 minutes. Hey, I can probably get 3 yards in, and I'm charging $50. That's $150 an hour. So better believe that all is well, y'all. Get your money. This is for us. 2024, we taking over. Make sure you like and subscribe. I hope you guys enjoy these videos. If you really did enjoy it, go ahead and drop a super thanks. And I'm going to holler at y'all in a minute. And Happy New Year's. And God bless you. Peace. See you next year. All right, y'all. Finished. See you March 19th, you know. That's when I start back more on this property. No big deal. As long as customers stay on the schedule, there is no issues. Like, seriously. So I'm about to go. I gotta go back to the crib and let the dog out. Who let the dogs out? Who? Gonna go let the dog out and then come back out. And I know all that don't make sense. Like, how is he doing that? That's because all my properties are no more than 3 to 5 to 7 minutes away from the crib. So I'm gonna holler at y'all in a minute. Peace.
This is LJJ's Lawncare. I'll be there in a jiffy to make your lawn be crispy and squared. This is LJJ's Lawncare. My prices are so thrifty, you might just want to tip me, I'm rare. This is LJJ's Lawncare. Whether it's scorching or it's nippy, in the morning I will swiftly be there. This is LJJ's Lawncare. Just call me if you need me, no stalling, I'm